In celebration of 100 years of auto racing at the Kansas State Fairgrounds, this Saturday they'll be having school bus races. This afternoon, they let me drive one. Tell the kids, we're taking the mud routes. Tonight's opponent, Indiana State, has won 2 in a row at the buzzer and sits atop the MVC. Guess what happens tonight?
Finally happened at about 6:45 tonight while athletic director Lou Perkins was meeting with players and assistant coaches. The school released a statement saying that Mark Mangino had resigned as head coach. Both teams undefeated. This game started crazy and ended crazy.
The Royals have traded Zach Greinke, but not to the Yankees or to some other perennial power, but to the Milwaukee Brewers.
Caitlin, it says here that you played point guard for the Lakers. Tell me about that.
No.
No?
I play soccer, but I don't.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Soccer, that's right.
I hope you're having the happiest Christmas since Bing Crosby tap danced with Danny Kaye. No Christmas vacation for the Wichita Thunders. The Lakers worked really hard, but so do washing machines. Heat win 96-80.
And in the Elven language, I'm sure that's where Sirle comes from. How do you say sports anchor?
Depends which Elven language.
What a way to renew the decades-old rivalry between Wichita State and Tulsa. A classic in the first game at the Intrust Bank Arena.
1 year ago Saturday, the Wichita Thunder ended their league record 22-game losing streak.
Try the knuckler.
I just can't control that one.
Some teams will practice later on this afternoon. Some practice before dawn, but at Garden Plain, tradition calls for midnight madness. But this year, the Falcons were looking for sweet revenge. Before practice, we talked to the Jayhawks, and they said that the #1 overall seed is not something that they fear. So a bullpen that had allowed just 1 run in their last 10 innings still hasn't thrown a pitch in the Missouri Valley Conference tournament. The Jayhawks were booed off the field after losing to North Dakota State. This week, a very different story.
You could say tonight's exhibition game against the Northern League's Kansas City T-Bones was do or die for the Wingnuts, but then only a Sith deals in absolutes. Darth Vader throwing out the first pitch tonight, but Vader altered the deal. A Nuts error allows the first run of the game for Kansas City, and just pray he doesn't alter it any further. 12 years ago, Joe Weber was a world champion. 1 year ago, he was in intensive care, and now he's a champion again.
It was terrible. It was like slow motion after it started happening. I just couldn't wait for it to be over, even though it only took a couple of milliseconds to happen, and I could not wait for the crash to be over. When the boat came to rest, I was looking at the crowd. I was looking at 30,000 people looking at me, and I could not breathe. But I knew my family was up there watching me, so I gave them a thumbs up, you know, and let everybody know I was alive at least.
Lifelong Colwich resident Joel Weber was in intensive care a year ago today after a vicious crash in the World Finals of the Top Alcohol Hydro Series in Arizona. This weekend, less than 1 year later, Weber, his team, friends, and family were celebrating a world championship.
It was a very emotional thing for me to get back in a boat again and sit out there. And you know, I was in the same lane at the same racetrack, same everything, sitting out there, you know, remembering what happened the last time I was in a boat.
This time, things went better, much better. Weber set a world record in speed and elapsed time and took home the World Championship, the second of his career.
One thing that stays constant is physics, and what worked 12 years ago works today. And the guys, you know, I raced against 12 years ago, they had a thing when we showed up to the race. They knew they were racing for second place, and we got that confident. You know, we were a little bit cocky, but we had a reason to be. And when we pulled out of the races this year in 2010, they were all shaking their heads thinking, oh man, these guys are back, here we go again, you know. So the secret to my success in boat racing was being smart enough to surround myself with people to get me there, and you know, I have, and these guys are just great.
Classic is the best way to describe this game. Winner going to the state championship, both teams undefeated. This game started crazy and ended crazy. Let's go right to those highlights. Undefeated Heights hosting undefeated Dodge City. Winner goes to state. The fourth play from scrimmage for the Demons. Jared Helfrich takes the draw up the gut, and he scores. Then, after a Heights turnover, Helfrich to Rico Hogan. He takes it into the end zone, 14-0. After another Heights turnover, Helfrich to Trey Holman on the screen. He takes it in for 6, and it's 21-0. Then after a Heights punt, Parker Davis on just the 9th play from scrimmage for Dodge City rumbles all the way to the end zone, about 80 yards, 4 touchdowns in 9 plays, 28-0, but then Heights starts to come back. The halfback option pass, Dreamus Smith to Daniel DeShazer, made it 28-14. It was 35-14 at the half. Third quarter, Heights completes the comeback. We skipped a lot, but we have a lot at the end. Marquell Moore scores to make it 35-35 into the fourth quarter. In the fourth, Dodge City kicker Dylan Burkhead hits the field goal to make it 38-35 DC. Move to 2:09 left in the game. Heights has the ball. First play, a hook and ladder to Kenneth Ihim. He takes it for the first down. Then under a minute to play, Matt Reed to Evan Wessel, makes the catch, puts the ball out of bounds to stop the clock. Then under 30 seconds left, the fade to the corner. Evan Wessel diving, makes an incredible catch to put Heights on top for the first time in the game. Dodge City has 24 seconds left to work with. Helfrich going for it. Wessel picks him off to seal the deal. The Falcons with an incredible come from behind 42-38 win. What a comeback. Here they are after the game.
I told them before halftime when we went in that, you know, we've shut people out in games, so we can shut somebody out in a half, and we can score 3 touchdowns in a half because we've done that before, you know, as well. And you know, so the kids just believed in one another and believed in what the coaches were telling them. And
oh man, I mean, it felt awesome. You know, it was just a fade route, and Matt threw a perfect ball up to me, and I just went and caught it. You know, I was excited.
I haven't seen a better game all year. I haven't seen a couple better plays all year. This one certainly a classic. The final from Heights High School: Falcons 42, Dodge City 38. Heights moving on.